Hi, Tony Strong here for William Sound, here today to talk about the IC2 Interpreter's Console. What is the IC2? The IC2 is an interpreter's console that allows two interpreters, left and right, to take an incoming streamed language and simultaneously translate that on an outbound, typically a wireless transmitter. Either that would be an FM, a digital, or an infrared transmitter. What the IC2 box does is it facilitates this process of language interpretation like many other types of systems do, only at a fraction of the cost. The IC2 is a simple box that basically transfers two interpreters so that they can seamlessly translate an incoming stream of language into another outbound language. This typically would be inside a soundproof booth, maybe at the back of a hotel conference, or it may be sitting at the interpreter's desk in a courtroom or a conference type of setting. Whether you're doing language interpretation for a webcast, a corporate event, or maybe two delegates that might need to converse, both of them having opposite languages, this little deck right here allows the interpreter to control volume and tone controls and which outbound channel they're broadcasting to. IC2 from William Sound, check it out. So why is simultaneous interpretation so important? What simultaneous interpretation does is cuts down the event cost and event time by as much as 40%, so that immediately when an English or a Spanish language is spoken, it's immediately translated at the very same time, in real time, to that additional language, and thereby the listeners get to catch the nuances, and they also get to catch the understanding of the meaning, yet they're hearing it in their own native language. This is very important for interpreters, and it's also important for businesses. Sometimes IC2 will be used just by a single interpreter, and when the case is happening, that's great. We're only going to look at half of the device because this allows two interpreters. If we only have one, you just use one station. The IC2 allows you to use any type of input headset, whether you have a 2-jack type of headset with 3.5 mini jacks, or whether you have an RCA or an XLR type of input. This allows you to do a console style of mic just to make it easy for what your interpreters are used to using. If you have a sound isolation issue, you always can use the muff style of headset so the interpreter hears only the incoming audio to the deck. On the outbound side, the IC2 has the ability to control which outbound channel your interpreter is speaking to. This is very important because if you're facilitating simultaneous interpretation between two delegates of foreign countries, it might be that I need to quickly speak from English coming in and translate that to Spanish, and then when my Spanish delegate is speaking, I quickly have to reverse that and communicate Spanish, simultaneously translating that back into English. IC2 allows you to do that in one space at one time with no additional input or output equipment, no amplifiers. The splitters, the DAs, and the gain controls are all right here on the box. So IC2 allows you to control that simultaneous interpretation application at a low cost, easy and convenient and portable to use.